What's good, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I hope you subscribe and join my beautiful family, and if you've been here before, thank you so much for showing your love and support. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about one of the topics that I feel that for me is one of the most challenging, and that topic is about how to parent in front of your parents. If you're somebody like me who is a young mom and is living with their parents and is trying to raise their kid, it can be a bit difficult to do that without your parents interfering or overpowering your parenting skills. Between us and our parents, we have two different parenting skills and we can often clash. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys tips and tricks on how to parent in front of your parents and what you can do to make them understand the type of parent you are. So if you're excited for this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and let's get straight into it. So I'm filming this in the afternoon, so if you hear kids outside making noise, just understand that it's one of those days. I cannot control it. The first point that I've written down is that you should trust yourself as a parent or as a mother. First and foremost, you don't know what you're doing. Perhaps you're a first-time parent. You're trying to find a way to be a parent that would benefit your child in the end. So you can't do that if you don't trust yourself as a mother. You need to first trust that what you're doing is for the benefit of your child. Trust that you'll be able to take care of your child. Trust that you'll be able to raise your child in a way that will make him or her be a positive person or be raised well in general. So yeah, you just need to trust yourself. My second point is that you need to set some goals. What kind of a parent do you want to be? What do you want your child to turn out to be like, at least? Or what would you anticipate your child to be like? Goals in general help us navigate clearly, help us see clearly, help us reach the end goal with a clear vision, with a clear mindset. So you want to set goals and determine what kind of a parent do you want to be, and that will kind of help you establish what kind of parenting methods do you want to incorporate in making sure that you raise your child and you raise them well. My third point has to do with when your child is not with you. Because let's be real, some days you need somebody to babysit your child because you also have a life, you also have things that you want to do without being disturbed by your child. So the third point is that you need to set clear boundaries. You need to set some rules. You need to be clear to your parents, your sister, your brother, your family on how they should raise your child, or what they should do in order to help you raise your child. You need to be very firm and clear about it, because trust me, it is easy for them to overlook all of that, because especially your parents, because they have their own ways or their own ideas of how a baby or how a child should be raised. If you don't want them to do a certain thing to your child, you need to be very firm and clear about it. I personally always clash with my mom about it. My dad won't really interfere much. He would rather advise but not interfere. But as for my mom, which I understand, because I mean, she's my mom, she feels like, which is what she should do, like she feels like she needs to be a little bit more involved, and yeah, she needs to be a little bit more involved in helping me take care of my child. But often she tends to take over, and it kind of makes me mad sometimes. Even the things she does, sometimes she has this tendency of, whenever she's eating, she wants to feed Dimples, and I'm always like, please don't overfeed her. Please don't teach her that every time she sees somebody eating, she has to eat as well. If I gave her a meal at a certain time, it should be only at that certain time. It's fine if you give her a snack, but you shouldn't be overfeeding her. And it's very hard for my mom to not do that. So you need to be direct with those kind of things, that you don't want them to overfeed your child, for example, or things that could lead to them having bad habits, because you have a certain way of raising your child. So yeah, you need to be clear about what you want for your child and what you not want for your child. Let me tell you, you're always gonna clash with them. It's okay, but you need to stand firm, child, because this is your child at the end of the day, so you have the upper hand. My fourth point has to do also with when you're not with your child and somebody else is babysitting, and that point is when you send your child somewhere else to be babysitted, you want to pack everything. You want to pack every single thing, okay? Because if you don't, they're gonna use that stuff. For example, I always make sure that I pack a petroleum jelly for Dimples, because I notice she has such a sensitive skin. If she gets bitten by something and she scratches it, she's gonna get like a hyperpigmentation. If she's exposed to the sun, she's gonna get pink. Her cheeks are gonna get pink. If she doesn't bath with what she usually bathes with, her skin is going to react. If she scratches herself on the neck, she gets darker. If a smaller thing scratches her, she gets a mark. That tells me that my child has a very sensitive skin, so I need to be extra cautious when I'm exposing her to the sun or when I'm bathing her. I need to be careful with what I use. So I always make sure that I pack a specific petroleum jelly. It shouldn't be any other petroleum jelly, it has to be that one. And a lot of people don't understand why I do this. Some people are very free spirited or like free and open when they are parenting or they're taking care of their child, but I'm very specific about that because I know how my child is. So I always make sure that I pack everything that she's gonna need. There's this other thing that her grandmother recommended that I use. It's a pack of wipes, and they're basically mosquito repellent. So every time we go out, I usually apply it on the skin so that she doesn't get bitten. So if you don't pack those kind of things that are important to your child's well-being, chances are whoever's babysitting your child is gonna take those things that you don't want them to use and use them on your child. So you want to pack every single thing and make sure that they use that only, which brings me to that point that I talked about being stern and clear about what you want them to use. If it's not that, then they shouldn't use it, but make sure that you pick every single thing that your child will need. My fifth point is very important. I feel like these points correspond with each other, and my point is, do not let them blackmail you. Do not succumb to that blackmail. Please do not do that. That's what my mom specifically usually does. My mom has an old-fashioned way of parenting, like I said, and I have my own way of parenting, and I prefer mine, because I feel like I just want to be a different parent. I've seen the way my parents are. It's okay, it's not bad, but I just want to do things a little bit differently, and we always clash about that. My mom will be telling me, oh, I raised you, you wouldn't be this way if it wasn't for my upbringing, those kind of things that will make you feel bad. But please, I beg you, do not succumb to the blackmail. Otherwise, child, they are going to basically overpower you, and just you're not going to be able to take control of your parenting skills. You're not going to be able to raise your child, because they'll be telling you that blah blah blah, if it wasn't for them you wouldn't be this way, you would be that way. So be firm, be clear about the kind of parent you want to be, and don't let them make you feel bad about the kind of parent you are at first, which is what I wish didn't happen. When Dimples was about 4 months old, my mom decided to start feeding her, not solids, but to start feeding her actual food. And you're not supposed to do that until your child is only 6 months old. So my mom started feeding her from a very young age, and I didn't know then, because I was a new parent. I thought, oh, okay, they know better, she knows better, so I'm gonna let her be a grandmother. Now that I look at her weight, I'm like, perhaps she wouldn't have been a chunky child had I not fed her at a very young age. So please, if you don't want your child to be raised a certain way, please be firm about it, okay? Be firm. Do not succumb to the blackmail. My last point is that you should calm down, you should relax, because you've got this. Like with the first point, I said you should trust yourself. You should trust yourself that you're gonna do good. So you need to calm down and relax. I was so anxious after I gave birth. I was like, how am I gonna take care of you? How am I gonna do this? I can't. I don't think I can do this. This is too much for me, child. I can't. Please, God, take back your child. But honestly, all you need to do is just calm down and relax. The only way you're gonna learn how to be a parent is if you actually experience it. Just trust your parental instincts, because like I said in one of my last videos, that motherly instincts become second nature. It's gonna be like, you knew this from the beginning. It's gonna be like you were meant to be a parent, because actually you were meant to be a parent. I mean, otherwise you wouldn't be having this child, right? So you need to just calm down, relax, and trust yourself in the process. Believe that you're gonna be a good parent. Yeah, calm down and relax and know that all right, those are the points that I had for you in today's video. I hope they were helpful. I hope that you'll be able to set rules, you'll be able to find ways of parenting and know how to really be a good parent in front of your parents. They will only be there to help you and to advise you based on what they've experienced, but it doesn't necessarily mean that that is the only standard or rigid way of parenting. So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, comment down below if you have any other parenting tips or tricks or whatever. Make sure that you comment down below and I'll make sure to respond to all of them. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching again, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.